It's 4 p.m. West Coast time. James Comey has just been indicted on 2 felony counts for giving false testimony and obstruction of justice. Attorney General Pam Bondi, who also expressed doubts and reservations about this prosecution, put out a tweet, of course, that says, "No one is above the law. Today's indictment reflects the Department of Justice's commitment to holding those who abuse positions of power accountable for misleading the American people. Donald Trump, we will follow the facts in this case." So a team of prosecutors, including the last U.S. attorney for the Eastern District of Virginia, who is a staunch Republican, signed a memo to Pam Bondi and presumably Donald Trump saying there's no case here. You can't even make probable cause, let alone get a jury conviction against James Comey. But so Trump forced that guy out, put in a new handpicked insurance attorney who is younger and more physically attractive than the last guy. And she went and got an indictment against James Comey. An indictment is minimal evidence. It is a dramatically lower standard of proof than what you need to get at a criminal trial. But this is a fucking joke. And what I would give to be working with James Comey's defense attorneys and have the opportunity to participate in writing their motion to dismiss these charges for selective prosecution and for malicious prosecution. The first several exhibits to that motion would be Donald Trump's Truth Social posts for the last week or two. This is a political prosecution, and I absolutely hate that this administration has me out here defending James Comey, because James Comey, more so than any other person that I can think of, single-handedly handed Donald Trump the 2016 election on a silver fucking platter with his incessant press conferences about Hillary Clinton's email servers, while the FBI, under his direction, was also investigating multiple members of Donald Trump's 2016 campaign for their endless connections with Russia, which ended up resulting in Robert Mueller's investigation, which resulted in 35 or 40 indictments, and several people went to prison, including Donald Trump's campaign manager at the time, Paul Manafort. Comey didn't hold a single press conference about that shit that actually resulted in prison sentences. Comey didn't hold a single press conference about that during the 2016 campaign. He's responsible for Donald Trump being elected in 2016. And now Donald Trump is repaying that favor by indicting him on 2 felony charges. So mixed emotions on that. But this is a bullshit, politically motivated prosecution. And I believe that one of the first things that Comey's defense team is going to do is file a motion to dismiss these charges for malicious prosecution and for selective, politically motivated prosecution. But James Comey's been indicted. Now it's going to be, are they going to let him turn himself in, or are they going to, like they did? Because here's what they did with the guy that threw a Subway sandwich at an ICE officer, and they tried to indict him on a bunch of felonies. He offered to turn himself in, and they said no. And they stormed his house with 20 officers in full tactical gear, smashed shit out of his place, and drug him out in handcuffs. Now, is Pam Bondi's DOJ going to do that with the former director of the FBI? Because that's what Donald Trump wants to see. That's what Trump wants to see. He wants that on TV. He wants to see James Comey drug out of his house at 3 o'clock in the morning in his underwear and handcuffs. We'll see what happens. Stay tuned.